Alright, part 2 to our video. Part 1 video, I've showed you how to retrofit a plastic foundation frame with a strip so that it ends up looking like this. This is our hybrid version for brood frames. Then go ahead and finish, building that out with wax. But when we cut our 2 strips with the tapered edge, like I was saying in the first video, they have a tapered edge on both the top and the bottom here, because on the frames they're intended for, there's a groove that they pop into, okay? Well, after you cut off the top and the bottom, you're left with this strip, which has a slightly thicker edge. You can see here, this is the taper it originally comes with, and this is what you're left with. So we had the problem that, okay, this is a little bit too thick to fit in the groove here. And through trial and error, we've figured out that an X-Acto blade is the best way to go about this. We've tried torch, we tried pliers, we tried everything, like mad scientists out here, and this is just the way we found to be the best here. We've done another frame. This is what it ends up being like. You shave off the edges here, and it tucks in perfect. I'll show you guys in the next video here. All right. So as I said, just said, like, this is too thick to go in. It's slightly too wide to go in the groove here. So what we have to do, see, it catches on the edge of this comb that's kind of ragged. So we got to shave a little bit off each side to taper it so it fits in that groove. And I'll show you how to do that right now. So I have my middle piece. This would have been just waste otherwise, and so we figured, why not try to make it work, because it would just be wasteful. So what we did is sharp X-Acto knife blade, edge of a table, okay? Keep your thumbs. You definitely don't want to lose any fingertips, but on the edge of away from you, through a recommendation of a good friend, don't do it towards you, Jamie. So we just do this, and again, very sharp, has to be sharp, and I'm just shaving off a little bit of this edge. If you do it off the edge of the table, obviously you get a better angle, because I'm angling it like this. I'm not having it straight. I'm angling it, I don't know what to call that, 30 degrees, I don't know, whatever, just angle-ish this way. And then continue, just shaving off. Again, not really rocket science. You're just taking off a little bit of the volume, narrowing it a little bit. Okay, and I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see, but this is angled this way. This is still really flat and a 90-degree kind of edge. This one is tapered. So that's what we want, and we'll do it on both sides, and it's tapered just enough to fit in to the frame. So I'll flip it over, I'll do the other side. See, that's what we end up taking off. Just a little bit of a shavings, so the edge can fit in the groove. Doesn't need to be exact. I don't want to go too far up the foundation though, because I don't want to start nicking all of these different cells that the bees will use. All right, do this part a little bit. Give my friend Deborah a heart attack. Was videotaping. Going, Jamie, I just told her, I said, every time I do projects, I get stitches. So she's like, how about you do it away from you? Good idea, Deborah. All right, so now we have this. We kind of figured that this is too big, obviously, but it's also too small to cut into 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim just a little bit of this off. So I'm only going to have maybe this much waste, but I got a whole another little foundation strip. Now this is preference, totally preference too. I mean, if you want to take little tiny strips and make 8 out of it, to each their own, do your thing, maybe it works, let me know. But for right now, we're gonna go with just 3 strips per frame, and I'm gonna cut a little bit of the excess off now, just the way I did last time, is just with a T-square here, and I'm gonna score this, give it a few good scores, sure your first couple ones are slow and precise because you want a nice straight line to score. After, 3 or 4 passes, you should be able to just, there we go, just snap it right off. Now you have a starter strip, just like this. This might be a little bit too big. I might have to take a little more off this, but we'll see. See what it looks like. Now this can fit in here. Boom. It's a little snug. You can take more off if you need to in certain areas, but honestly, I'd rather have it be snug than too loose because it stays in there better. So now we'll go back through like in the first video and I'll just tack it with staples. So give that a shot. That allows you to utilize as much of this plastic foundation frame as you can, but you can get 3, maybe 4 strips out of this. And again, turn it into this where the bees will go ahead and make their own wax. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go back through and I'm going to drill a couple holes in the side here, because on the wedge top frames you can see how they have holes for the pins, and I think that's a really good idea to have later on, because then you can wire it through. I'm not super sure, or you can use bobby pins. If they actually go ahead and start building the wax, you can use bobby pins. That's going to be a trial and error. I'll update you guys on that later, but